Hey guys, how you doing? Joelster here. So, I am back playing the Uncharted 4, but this time I am playing on my Samsung KS8500 TV. It's the same thing as a KS8000, and I'm going to do the same comparison that I did with the TCL P series TV that I did previously on this video. And here have the Xbox, not the Xbox. I've been thinking about the Xbox One X, but no, it's actually the PlayStation 4 Pro. All right, guys, sorry about the confusion. I'm gonna talk about the Xbox later, but in this time we're gonna show you the HDR and SDR comparison on this video in the same format that I did with the TCL. Now, before I go with that, I'm gonna show you the settings that I have on this TV. I have shown this before, but there's a lot of new subscribers, so you guys might take a look at this. First off, I'm playing on game mode, and the special viewing mode is game mode, as you can see right here. Then we're gonna go to the expert settings, and I have the backlight all the way up to 20. And then the brightness at 45, contrast 100, sharpness, I remove the sharpness. Like I said before, you don't need sharpness on this. The TV is already sharp enough in the game as well. The color, this one is all the way up to 50, and I think 50 looks really good on this TV. Remember, this TV has quantum dot, so it helps a lot with the colors and the picture quality. Now all these are going to be off. You can't even change them or anything. Smart LED is going to be on high. This is your local dimming. It's not as pronounced as the one from the TCL, because this is an HLED TV, and the TCL, it's a full array backlight. So it's a big difference here from this one and the TCL. But anyways, we have it on here. Now remember to turn on your Ultra HD colors right here in this section, if just in case if you have one of these TVs. I have them on all of them, but this is very important if you want to get HDR. Now let's continue back here. Now the dynamic contrast, I have it off. I usually have it on, but for this video I'm gonna have it off. You notice how much brighter it gets? It gets really bright, right? So for this purpose of this video, I'm going to turn this off. A lot of people like it off, but most of the time I usually have it on high. All right, so let's turn this off. Color tone, I always use warm 1. I really like this tone, the warm 1. And then the gamma is going to be in 0. Color space, make sure you use auto. For HDR, I always recommend auto. There was a subscriber that actually recommended this, and I think it looks really good. Native, you see how it changes with HDR? Look at the ceiling over here. Native, it loses colors. The colors look all washed out, you see? So for HDR, auto works the best. And that's it. I think these are the settings that I have. Yes, that's it. All right, guys. So I'm going to show you some of these photos that I'm going to take from this and from SDR and HDR to see the difference. All right, so let's do this, guys. All right. So starting with this comparison, SDR and HDR right here on the Samsung KS8500. My God, the difference is night and day. Now the first thing I notice is look at how much the colors lose tint, lose power when it switched from SDR to HDR. Now the thing is that SDR gets a lot brighter, guys. It does get a lot brighter, but at the same time, like I said before, when the brightness is introduced here, is introduced by adding white to all the colors, so it just loses a lot of picture quality. And HDR, that's what it does. That is another one of the reasons why we increase the backlight when HDR, because it introduces a little bit of dim in the picture, but it adds more color punch. So it is a big difference, guys. It is very noticeable right here on the Samsung. The colors, it just gives you this extra punch, this extra kick. So if you use the settings that I just shown you, this is the result that you're going to get. So if you have a Samsung, if you have even the KS, the KU6300 that I had, and use the settings, this is going to help a lot. Now remember, this Samsung, the KS 8000, the KS8500, the 9000, and even the QLEDs, they all have quantum dot technology. So I think and I feel that this also helps a lot with this TVs, adding this color punching right here to the picture. Another thing that I noticed is that the contrast is actually really good. It's not that bad. It's really good, but it's not as good as the TCL with the full array local dimming and the full array backlit from the TCL. And I will show you some comparisons. Actually, I'm going to show you right now some comparisons right here with the HDR on the TCL and the Samsung KS8500. Alright, so this is the TCL with HDR, and then I'm going to switch to the Samsung with HDR. Now both of this image, they look really good, but as you notice, the TCL is still, I feel like it still has this extra contrast, so it makes the colors a little stand out a little bit more. One thing I noticed from the TCL is the actual corners get a little bit darker, and that's because of the full array local dimming. So what you can do is you can change that instead of high, lowered maybe to medium or low, but you will still have this, my god, this contrast from the TCL. It's a great TV, and you guys can notice here right away. So this is a comparison with HDR from TCL and Samsung HDR. I hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. I'm Joelster, and I'll see you guys on the next episode. Joelster out.